Ryan, how'd you wake up today after that catch last night?
I woke up fine, man. We got in late, got some good sleep though. Feeling good, ready for the series.
Do you feel it anywhere?
No, I feel good. Yeah.
And we'll stay there with Gary.
You ever make a play, anything like that before, flipping over the railing or something?
Yeah, I've gone over the railing a couple times, but nothing to that magnitude in a game like that. Like I told you guys last night, with Schlitt rolling the way that he was, just trying to do everything I could to get an out for him.
Yeah, we couldn't see too well from our angles. Would socks help you out in there?
I think I was told, I don't remember it too well. Obviously, I watched the video. I saw Weissert in there. I think he saved me a little bit. I think I would have had a pretty nasty fall if he didn't grab me right before that. So thanks to him.
Questions? I'll get the microphone to Greg.
Ryan, what do you think of the way you guys have played defensively as an infield here late the last couple of weeks with everybody kind of clicking?
Yeah, I think it's been really good. Obviously, Jazz makes that incredible play up the middle to save a run, but just taking care of the baseball, making sure we're turning outs into outs, and I think our pitching and hitting is obviously a strength of ours. So if we take care of the ball on defense, should give us a pretty good chance to win a ball game.
I think you've only played a couple of games here in your career. Do you go out and kind of take grounders, test the turf, see what that's like?
Yeah, first day I get anywhere. I always try to do that. Chappie, our infield guy, is really good about that too. So yeah, we'll hit it hard today and tomorrow, and feel good about it going into the game.
Other questions for Ryan? We'll go to Hazel.
Ryan, what kind of a challenge does Kevin Gausman pose?
He's a really good pitcher, and he's had a lot of really good success lately. He's got a good pitch mix that kind of keeps you off balance. So I think it's just about getting a pitch to handle and making sure that we end the bat there. Don't give him extra chances to try to get you out.
Other questions? Brian?
Just if you go back to July, what has this whole experience been like for you playing with the Yankees? What do you take away from it so far?
It's been fun, man. I think getting into playoffs, it's the purest form of baseball. You don't care about your numbers. You don't care about how you do individually. It's just about winning ball games, man. So it's been a lot of fun.
Luis, what does it mean to you to be getting the ball in Game 1 of the ALDS?
¿Qué significa para ti, verdad? Abrir ese juego mañana, el primer juego de esta serie de división.
Significa mucho, ¿sabes? Esto es un juego muy importante para nosotros, lo que hay que seguir enfocados como estamos y hacer el trabajo que tenemos que hacer con Dios.
Yeah, it means a lot, especially, important game for us in the series. But I think we just got to keep doing what we've been doing, stay locked in, and go out, compete, and ask God to help us out.
That lineup on the other side could be a nuisance at times. Just what do you look at as the biggest challenge when you look at 1 through 9 in the order?
Tú sabes que la alineación de Toronto es una alineación que puede crear problemas para cualquier lanzador. Entonces, desde tu punto de vista, de la experiencia que has tenido enfrentándote contra ellos, que tú dirías que tal vez una de las cosas que ellos hacen bien como alineación y que tal vez sea lo más difícil de enfrentarte a ellos.
Bueno, yo lo que voy a salir, tú sabes, a competir, a dar lo mejor de mí, ayudar al equipo con lo que más pueda, dar 100%. Y tú me entiendes, yo soy una alineación como todos los equipos, tú me entiendes, uno lo que tiene que estar enfocado y dar 100% como lo hacen nosotros.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think I got to lock in what I do, understanding that they have a pretty good lineup. There are many other teams in the league that have very good lineups, and you get to face them throughout the year. But for me, it's to lock in and really focus on what I want to do on the mound, find a way to compete and stay locked in the plan that you're going to have for them.
Other questions for Luis? John?
Obviously, it's been a much different year than it was last year for you. Where do you feel you are at this point, and how have you seen, ever since you came back, yourself developing to get to where you are now?
Tú sabes que este año ha sido un año diferente para ti comparado al año pasado. ¿Dónde te encuentras hoy en día entendiendo todo lo que ha pasado este año y qué tanto ha madurado el transcurso de tu carrera al día de hoy?
Bueno, yo me siento bastante bien, ¿sabes? Me siento al 100%, en verdad ya lo que hay que batallar, hace un buen trabajo y tú sabes, la experiencia hace que uno aprenda más y sea más maduro en el montículo.
Yeah, I feel really good. I finally feel that I am 100%. And like I mentioned a moment ago, you have to, right now, you just have to go and battle, you know. But as far as maturing and where I'm at today throughout my career, I think, you know, experience plays a big part of that. You know, growing and maturing as a pitcher, I think has allowed me.
And there was a picture the team posted last night of all the starting pitchers together, but included were Garrett and Clark in there too. How big of a role have they played, even if they can't pitch, in what you've been able to do this year, what Cam did last night? How much do you guys lean on guys like Clark and Garrett as you go through this?
Tú sabes, durante la celebración ayer hubo una foto donde estaban todos los abridores, incluyendo a Cole y a Clark. ¿Qué tan importantes son ellos para ustedes, entendiendo que ahora mismo no pueden lanzar con el equipo, pero el tenerlo alrededor de ustedes, que le den ese apoyo, ¿qué tanto significa eso para ustedes?
Eso nos significa bastante, tú sabes, bastante para nosotros porque ellos son unos pitchers, tú sabes, que tienen más experiencia que nosotros, ellos están arriba de nosotros todo el tiempo, enseñándonos cada día, ¿sabes? Uno va captando lo que ellos nos dicen y eso es lo importante que yo tengo aquí para que ellos nos sigan enseñando y uno aprendiendo de ellos.
It means a lot to us to have those guys around, you know, when you talk about Cole, guys with so much experience. They're always finding a way to give you pointers and advice that you can try and implement and see if you can take that and make yourself a better pitcher. You know, so it means a lot to have them around. They're always on top of us, seeing what we're doing and helping us, really. So it means a lot to have them around.
Meredith, did you have a question? Or?
Luis, you dealt with the injury in spring training almost into the second half of the season. Was there ever a time that you doubted that you would make it back full strength and put yourself in this position?
Tú sabes que pasando por esa lesión en el entrenamiento de primavera, ¿hubo algún momento duda en tu cabeza de que podía pasar esa lesión y regresar a competir y encontrarte hoy aquí en la postemporada?
Bueno, es un poco difícil, pero yo nunca tuve, ¿sabes?, un poquito de duda que me iba a lesionar, porque sabes que las lesiones vienen así de repente, que uno no le espera, pero gracias a Dios ya estamos aquí, estamos en salud y lo más importante es que estamos en un playoff y lo que hay que dar al 100% de uno.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough, you know, whenever you go through an injury, you never want to get injured, and they're very unexpected when they happen. But like I said a moment ago, I feel very good right now where I'm at today. And the important thing is that we're here today and we have a really good chance to playing in the postseason and give everything we have.
Fourth row on your left, Mark.
Luis, realize it's a big question, but what's it like trying to get Vladdy Jr. out?
Entendemos que pueda que es una pregunta de estrategia, pero es difícil lanzarle a Vladdy. Entendiendo de que es uno de los mejores bateadores de la liga.
Bueno, tú sabes, yo cuando me subo a un montículo, ¿sabes?, no pienso en si bateador es difícil o no es difícil, ¿sabes? Yo trato de lanzar y hacer un buen trabajo.
Yeah, I try to keep it simple, you know, independently from who the batter is. You know, I'm focusing on what I want to do on the mound and what I want to execute and stay locked in what I want to do, regardless of who's batting.
And we can go to Greg right in front of you, Mark.
Luis, just since you came back, you haven't gotten the same level of swing and miss strikeouts as last year. Has that changed your approach at all? And do you think that there's still more to be had there?
Desde que regresaste, una de las cosas que también que has ajustado es tal vez no has tenido los ponches o los jugadores han abanicado. Eso es parte de la estrategia, esas son cosas que se van aprendiendo, que tú vas ajustando. ¿Cómo tú llegas tal vez a alcanzar ese nivel?
Bueno, uno va captando experiencia, tú sabes, poco a poco, uno experimenta mucho, sabe a ver qué pasa y está funcionando, uno lo que tiene que seguir trabajando y seguir atacando.
I mean, I think it's a matter of experience and growing. As a pitcher, you find ways to get guys out, especially if you're getting good results and you keep evolving. You know, it doesn't mean it's not going to be there. It's just, you know, it's part of pitching.
Third row on your right, guys. Brian.
Luis, just as a pitcher and competitor, what impressed you the most about what Cam Schlittler did last night?
Y tú, como lanzador y competidor como eres, ¿verdad? ¿Qué fue lo que más te impresionó de Cam en la noche de anoche?
No, me impresionó bastante, tú sabes, un chamaquito joven que tiene un futuro brillante. Ese juego que tiró ayer, tú sabes, nos motivó más a nosotros a seguir más adelante y seguir luchando.
Man, that was impressive to see. You know, he's such a young talent. You know, I think when he was what he was able to do last night, I think he just motivated everybody to keep on going further and keep on battling.